incident that happened when I was 11 years old really brought me to the value of having a confidence in Christ. I was playing in a Little League baseball game, and it was a very close game, and during the game I was playing in left field. We had just put out the opposing team, and when I was on field I noticed big thunderheads were coming in. No rain, it was clear above us, and we're in a valley in Bozeman that is like 30 miles across, but here came these thunderheads. And so as we put out the opposing team, I was on the third base side where our dugout was, and I was on deck warming up, swinging my bat, when a bolt of lightning hit so close to me I could feel tingling under my batting helmet. And fortunately, back in those days, we only used wood bats, but I could see the third baseman on the other team, like he was shaking his arm as if he had been hit, and then I could see out of my peripheral vision a body that went up in the air and hit the ground, and it was the left fielder on the opposing team where I had been just minutes before. And I remember it really brought to me the importance of knowing, because he died within an hour. And again, having parents and my grandmother lived with us then, and just I can remember the assurance and pointing out, because I'd never seen anybody die, I never lost a dog, but here someone's life was gone on this earth, and it was just great to have that confidence. Later on, when I was in college, I was on a trip, and the sister of this guy that was hit by lightning way back when we were kids was talking about it, and she shared with me that he was the first to come to faith in their family, and he did through a vacation Bible school. So again, it was like a full circle to hear that, and that the rest of her family had come to faith, and just a great story to share with others. I feel really fortunate. My grandparents were exposed to a pastor when they homesteaded in Montana back in 1910, and the pastor emphasized John 3:16. So it was really neat. A book came out several years later because two men had killed an undersheriff, and this pastor was presented in a historical book. And in the book, when the men asked him if they could ever go to heaven for the crime that they did, he says, yeah, you will be held accountable for your crime, but you can go to heaven. And so the historian is not a Christian from what I can see, but he ends up sharing what the pastor shared with these two criminals, that salvation is by faith in Christ and nothing else. And he used John 3:16 from the archives that the historian had from him visiting the criminals in jail. And so I didn't find this out until I was pastoring in eastern Montana when a man gave me this book, but it just reminded me how clear the gospel was within my family.